He's from the Bronx. You know,
Oh man,
like he already got nominated for an Oscar for Twilight. You know,
Oh,
no,
Twilight.
he was
What
in
was he
not
in
Twilight.
Twilight,
Twilight?
not Twilight. What is
Oh,
it?
so I saw black people
Limelight.
in Twilight. Okay.
No, Limelight or whatever.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
Yeah,
I
know,
ain't talking
Chris-
the military. I'm talking about this. Like you gotta go. You gotta.
I'm saying, Chris, I give you a lot of shit about cooking ramen on your dashboard, but where
Hell
you go
yeah.
to the bathroom?
Look, man.
Was that not a passenger seat?
It had a seat like Death Proof. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man!
Just sit there and
So you
hold
had a
the-
rolling cage, just proof some shit and
Man, if I don't even want to say the shit that I had to do, especially when I was out there driving trucks.
So wait, you're telling me all these years of people truck driving and all these innovations, they never put like a portable toilet in the back of those cabs?
Us smart ones get one. You know, the
Yeah,
bucket with the bag, the portable toilet on the go to get stuff.
Because I feel
So
like
I ain't gonna say who, but some people just jump under the trailer and let one go on the side of the road.
yo, that is insane. Like I get you, like money is time, and like time is money for you guys. You guys can't like pull over like to a rinky-dink gas station with an 18-wheel. Like, oh, I gotta use your bathroom.
Only reason why I won't say this because I ain't trying to get fired. I'm a Marshawn Lynch. But look, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, this black as hell, go to Texas. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, man.
You just driving
of
by,
all-
you be like, what's that thing underneath the truck? Oh, I think it's got something hanging off. No, that's a brother.
Oh, man.
Oh man,
You're definitely a man there. I like literally like I've gone to fake like Boy Scouts, like, you know what I mean?
He's
Like,
like,
Fake Boy Scouts.
Like
okay, yeah.
my mom was cool with me going to Boy Scouts in Brooklyn, but once she found out that the scout leader is nobody's dad, it's just a random dude. She's like, oh no, you
Hold on,
coming
wait.
home.
Hold on, wait. So, let's first talk about Brooklyn. What kind of stuff to get up there? Know how to rob
Oh.
people?
I know, yeah.
No, but like, you know, all Boy Scouts is the same everywhere. You still do the badges and the overnight
Yeah,
trips.
what wilderness you getting in Brooklyn?
That's what I'm saying. Out
Well,
there.
you go
Learn-
upstate. You guys
learn how
act
to
like
run
there's
from
no
cops.
trees in Brooklyn. Like
Nah,
there's like camping places. Everything is like an
Yeah,
hour
it's called the
away.
subway.
I'm
You
about to
guys
say,
learning how to
But like I never had the full camping experience as a kid, so I didn't. You know, when you like now in 2025 or in the last like 6 years that I've gone camping with the wife, like there's like an actual house that's a shower house with toilets and everything.
that's glamping, bro. That ain't camping. That's
No,
glamping.
these are state parks, dog. Like
Nah, camping is when you in the woods. All you guys, your tent, a couple trees. It might be a lake. You talking
that's
about
being
like
homeless.
a shower house, toilet house? Man, get out of here.
Yeah, like if you look at it, every camp part, because in Maryland we've hit up pretty much all of them. Now we casted our net like close, and now we're like at a point that we drive 2 or 3 hours to like get to a new spot, and it's like they always have that public bathroom where you have the sink for you to wash your stuff when you or after you cook, because you know you're not out there. Ain't nobody like Jason Statham out there, like, you know, like, yeah, let's you know, make a grill and then
Listen.
burn it, and then like, you know, we're not. I'm not a wilderness man. Like, you know, I might look it,
Yeah.
but I'm not. Like, I can build a fire and stuff like that. Like, you know, with a fire starter or even rubbing 2 sticks or whatever. Like, I learned that, but like this whole thing, like we were gonna go on this one camping trip that a buddy of ours owns land, and like 4 hours away, it's just like he dropped the pin and was like, "This is where we at," and like literally it was like Wolfman. We kept driving through the woods, and I was like, "Yo, we gonna die out here," and then I was like, "Yo, where's the bathroom? Like, is it, you guys got a porta potty?" Because they originally were, and they were like, "Yo, the guy couldn't find us, so yeah, you can either use that bucket, go out there, or take a piss next to your car." So, needless to say, we were there for 2 days. Marcos did not drop trowel at any point except
Get out
to
of
pee.
here.
No, all jokes aside, bro. Like, man, I will hold it in like ain't nobody's business.
Look, I think that's just the United States getting tired of picking up people's shit literally in the woods. They go camping, so they put them out there so they can be a little more feasible. You know what I'm saying?
No. See, listen, you talking about we're gonna call somebody to bring a porta potty over, and you talking about you doing real camping. Get out of here, bro. God damn.
You know
I ain't
what?
never heard that's some first world shit right there.
So Sarat's an immigrant, so he knows all about real camping.
Hell yeah, wiping my ass with fucking like poison ivy by accident and shit.
He's using banana peels.
I don't believe that. Lily told me, that's the wife. She said, like, you know, they teach you how to use leaves. It was like nobody does, because when you go camping, you bring your own toilet paper and like your own, like, you gotta
survival, bro.
Yeah, you gotta bring a shovel, and I was like, a shovel
for the biggest maple tree, grab the biggest leaf, and you hoard them. You leave a little pile next to you, like fucking like sticky notes.
That's crazy. Like the most real legit camping was at that my buddy's property. Like he has nothing there. It's just like an open. Like I was like, how do you know you own this? He was like, he showed me the deed. It's like, yeah, said there used to be a house here, like an outdoor cabin, but my dad hasn't been here in like 30 years, and we came here like 10 years ago and just tore it down, so we never built anything on it.
Chris used to camp behind Friendly's ice cream all the time.
To get to wait for them to throw out the ice cream. God damn.
No, I had a problem being late to work, so I would just sleep in the parking lot.
You know what? I have a buddy he's a coworker. That old school dude, like this man, every time we have like an office party, he'll like pull up and like get hammered and then like fall asleep in his car in the parking lot of work. Yep, like no matter where we were at, Chris. Apparently, no matter where we went to, like we had an office party a couple weeks ago with a vendor. Like we had our party in January because, you know, nobody was gonna really want to do anything during the actual holidays. Yeah. So it was like 15 minutes from our job, and we knew something was gonna happen because the party's over, but we're at a real bar. And we went down to where the main area is, where like they're still open, and like the party area was done. We were there for 4 hours, and he was like, "All right, guys," he's like, "I'm gonna hang back," and then he kind of like did the wave. And we're like, "Oh, he gonna sleep in the parking lot." And sure enough, my man did the next day.
Hey, sometimes it be like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, man.
Speaking of just sometimes things just being that way. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
Your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta.
Your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid, the man of the couch, the man with the glasses that apparently loves glamping, according to Sarat.
The man whose hat actually shows up as a hat on camera and not a fade. No, Chris, have you ever got one of them haircuts where they put that like that white chalk that goes around your face?
I got this shit one time. Never again.
I thought, honestly, gun to my head, if somebody asked me what is that, I was like, I don't know, but that chalk costs like $300 every time I see it on social media.
Bro, every time, every time I see that shit, but yeah, why motherfuckers look like y'all got Magneto's helmet on, like just all lined up and shit.
Like I said, I got it done one time, and I wasn't really impressed with it. I had like a major meeting to go to. This was in Chicago.
Yo, you pulled
it. So no. So instead of me like
chalk line on the forehead, that's wicked.
No, I used to come over here. Well, I still am in the mood, but at this time, I was like, you know what? I'm going to this meeting. I know it's gonna be there. So let me tip top. Got the best suit out. Went to the barbershop, and you know they put out the black charcoal spray and everything else. And I got done. I was pissed. Yo, I could have did so much better at home because now I look fake. You know what I'm saying?
Did you actually tell the barber that? If you did, you, sir, are the hardest man in this entire world.
No. I kept it to myself, walked outside, took a little baby wipe. There's no, after talking about shit in the woods, you got to keep stuff on you at all times, and wipe my face off.
Yeah, you would have showed up to that party. They'd be like, hey, man, your forehead ashy. What's going on?
Like, yeah, I forgot the cocoa butter.
Like, so, you know, because I got braids and all this stuff, or like, even when my hair is out, like, I don't know what it is. Like my barber, he knows that I don't like the Beijing or whatever, so he always try to
Beijing. The what?
Which is the spray.
I don't use that, so I don't know what it's called.
So
yeah, I know what it's all called either.
So you know, I'm in Baltimore. They use that a lot here, bro.
Yeah.
So he'll spray it like all me. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Because he knows it takes like 20 minutes for that shit to wash out. Like you be at home, like son of a bitch, like,
man.
Like,
Well, you,
and he's like, nah, bro, like, dude, it looks crisp. I'm like, bro, I'm married, I'm 43, I'm a diabetic, I'm old. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, who am I trying to lie for? Like, yeah, boy, got
Yeah.
that crispy. Like, no, I am who I am, and that's it. Like,
yeah, they go down to the bodega. They be like, oh, look at Marcos.
No, I feel like it just makes it worse because if people can see that black charcoal shit, they know for a fact where your hairline is. Just follow the paint. When the paint stops, there it is.
but I ain't gonna lie. I'm old enough to remember when people started using that. Like, I know it was a black barbershop thing, but like Dominicans and like every barbershop in New York, when they started doing it little by little, like they weren't OD. Like now it's like all up in there. They call it the sauce. If you like, trust me, I'm always watching like these haircut videos, and at the end, and it's like, bro, he was fine before you painted an entire new forehead on this man.
Yeah,
And
because he looked like a pop figure. Like it's like it just looks like they put a helmet on. Like I don't know why anybody would actually choose it. I have friends in Detroit that like they get the lineup done with the white chalk, and I'm just like, bro, you look like somebody sketched you. What's going on?
now, we all know what you do for a living. Does anybody? I feel like what you do, like your industry, you can't because you sweat too much and you're too active. You can't be in the rig. Like,
Listen, I'm not going to comment on people's
I'm about to
hygiene
say,
at work and stuff like
I'm
that.
about to say,
Just watch TV sometimes. You'll notice.
I'm about to say the sweat and everything. Don't tell me he works in a sweatshop. He's already Asian. Leave that shit alone.
Well, speaking of what I do for a living, this movie deals in that sport, but the collegiate kind,
Yes.
It's a brand new movie. Chris, you picked it. So why don't you tell people what movie we watched and why you picked it? Because I have a sneaking suspicion, but we'll see what you say.
I called it out as soon as he suggested.
Movie I picked this week was on Amazon Prime, Unstoppable, the Anthony Robles story. Also, Jennifer Lopez's ass was in there.
Yo, I knew.
They only show one camera shot of it, but it was still looking good.
It was enough. It was enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
No, but really, what got you interested in this movie? Because it's actually, it's a pretty interesting story. So I'm curious, like, what popped on your radar? Because I didn't know anything about it. So
no, I actually remember when he was all over the news and winning. I want to say around 2011 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know much about the dude, but he was on ESPN everywhere because obviously a one-legged wrestler that was whooping ass out there.
Yeah.
So when I saw the movie, I was more curious about how they would tell his story. Which, in my opinion, I don't think it was more of his story. I think it was just a movie, but it was still good.
Oh, what you mean by that?
Like it was more theatrical versus like a not even documentary style, but
But is it true? If that shit happened, then it's not theatrical because it happened.
No, I agree. But you've seen movies that are based on a true story, whatever the case may be, and you can actually see the realness, especially if you read the book or did history on it, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
And then they add a little extra to it for theatrics. I feel like this was all theatrics, even though I know it was based on a true story.
Well,
if I'm making any sense.
You gotta, I understand what you mean, but you gotta make the story palatable to the audience. Like, you gotta make sure that people understand. Like, if you think about it, like everything, like here's another autobiographical movie, like the movie about a Freddie Mercury, like the Queen documentary. That was made by the band, but that was like a love letter to Freddie Mercury. Like, they had to keep you engaged. They had to show, like the random dudes that he was with, his, this whole thing where he kept looking at people. Like, they had to make it make sense because this is a story that they had to truncate, told over years. I I'm sure that the relationship that was rocky between his mom and his stepdad was a part of it, but they had to make it compelling. I get it. Like, I don't think he was out there like, okay, big man, you can't take me. Like, I don't think.
Well, okay, so because here's the thing, I get the idea that you gotta ham some stuff up or add a little bit of theatrics for entertainment value. But sometimes that stuff turns out to be some of the stuff that's actually true. For example, in Pain and Gain, like I use an example when The Rock was, grilling the motherfucker's hands to get the fingerprints off, and he actually did that. He actually chopped off someone's hands and then put them on the grill.
See, that's different though. Like, Pain and Gain is a funny ass movie to me. You know what I'm saying?
I think that they tried to make it like we give a little humor to the crazy story.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about Pain and Gain is Mark Wahlberg acting like he didn't take supplements. Or he was the only one that was already traded for the.
No, The Rock just showed up. He probably lost weight for that role.
Man. For real.
No, but I mean, okay, Marcos, did you like this movie?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had a couple things that I liked about it. I love the Dominican actor Jarrell.
I knew it.
Jarrell James.
It's like me watching Jackie Chan.
No,
Solid.
sorry, Jarrell Jerome, not Jarrell James. His name is Jarrell Jerome. He's
That's
Dominican.
the most niggerish name. Than...
He a
name's black on
homie. He a
paper.
homie from the Bronx. He's from the Bronx. You know,
man.
like he already got nominated for an Oscar for Twilight. You know, no,
Twilight.
He was
What
in
was
Twilight.
Twilight?
Not Twilight. What is it?
Oh, so that's what black
Limelight.
people in Twilight. Okay.
No, Limelight or whatever. The movie with
The one guy at the school.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man.
You got me. You got me. But no, he was also amazing as How They See Us, which is about the Central Park, 8. Like
Central Park 5, you mean?
I thought it was 8 or 6. Central Park 6. Sorry, hold on. I can pull up his
I'm pretty sure
Wikipedia
it's
right
Central Park
now.
5. You ain't, I know counting's hard for you, bro, but pretty sure it's 5.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They didn't say he was in Moonlight. My
That's a
apologies.
completely different movie. All movies with black people are the same. All right, all right,
Mhm.
Marcos.
You racist bastard.
Whatever. Yep, you got me. I am. And the Netflix series was
Uncle
When They
Ruckus.
See Us. It was about the Central Park 5. You're correct.
Yep.
I don't know why it was 8 or 6. Yo, this was before my time. I was like probably
You're older
playing
than
with
us.
Legos.
What you talking about? You the oldest one here.
You know when they just say you don't need the barbershop to do their thing. You good?
But hey, so anyway, like I love him as an actor. I love Michael Pena as the coach. Well, who I loved, but also wanted to strangle him was Bobby Cannavale, the guy that played his dad. Every single time I was like, "You mother!"
He might be on this podcast in darker form, but we'll get into that conversation after. I might have seen some similarities in
like the stuff that he did.
styles.
I don't know why it got me so upset. But we'll talk about it. What did you think, Mikazi?
So I like this movie. I like the story. It's an underdog story. So those are always going to be good, especially with sports. I venture to say, I think there was a couple, maybe within the editing or within the shoot or the cinematography, that made me go, okay, I could see why this was on Amazon Prime and not in theaters.
Okay.
There was a couple times where I was watching, I was like, hey, it feels like Coach Carter, but there's points in the movie where I was like, oh, it feels like a made-for-TV movie in this point.
I just like, this is gonna sound weird. I feel like it had a weird religious undertone that never came out. Like there was so many times that I feel like
the name wasn't Jose, bro. It was Anthony.
Like I felt like
I mean Jesus. My bad.
No, I felt like at a certain point he was gonna turn to J-Lo, as Anthony, and be like, "Mommy, it's okay. God got us." And I was just like, you know what I mean? It was giving us like these vibes, like they really were stacking the deck against him. Like
okay,
I don't know.
Okay. I'll agree to that. They were stacking the deck, but how much of that was added in for suspense, or how much of that was actually true? Because I contend that other than the actual last match at the wrestling, I didn't think there was much like suspense built up or tension. I felt like things just kind of happened and kind of moved on to the next thing.
You're not wrong.
Because when there was times when he was trying to get the letter, trying to go to college or whatever, and then he does the meeting with Don Cheadle, and then next thing you know, they show him at college. But there was no oh my god,
they had to skip around because he did walk on.
No, I get that, but build up that moment a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't introduce okay, he might go to Arizona State. Then all of a sudden, the next scene, he's already there. Maybe send that letter or send the phone call. Like, hey, bro, we want you on the team.
No, I thought he went and met with Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle told him to go to a different school because he wouldn't have no funding or anything.
I think the ultimate.
And then in the next scene, he was at school.
Well, he was because I know you probably know this as much as I do, but I know when you're walking onto a school
Mhm.
on a team, your practice is before the school even like you're doing that in the spring the year before to see if you're gonna make the team. You're not already enrolled.
No, I
Like,
get that. What I'm saying is that he went to the school to try to get on the team, and Don Cheadle pretty much told him like, "Hey man, like you got a free ride. Let's go to that school because you're not
yeah.
going to make it here." And then they didn't do anything to really highlight like, okay, like what decision do I make? They had the thing where the dad left. You know, the dad left. They're like, oh, but he just looks. The next, the next scene, he's at the school. I would have I would have had him do like a phone call. And be like, I accept. Like I'm going to Arizona. Something that makes it like
No,
a
but I
definitive
don't
moment.
I think he was accepted to Arizona, but his whole thing was he wanted to go to that school because that was one of the best schools to go for wrestling for what
To
he
I-
wanted to do.
to Iowa, right?
I don't
He wanted to go to
um,
Iowa.
he wanted to go to Iowa, but they already gave his spot to his rival, who I didn't think was his rival really. I just thought the guy was an asshole. But so his backup was Arizona. So the thing was, I don't think it was whether he was gonna get into the school. I think it was like, do I risk this to get a better opportunity at training and become a better professional because their wrestling program was big, or do I go to Drexel, who's the true victim of the school? Because the school came in, it's like, we want you, and he was like, oh, okay, well, all right, later.
Yeah. So see, Drexel gave a free ride and everything.
I know. Well, okay, but that's what I'm saying is like, it didn't highlight the fact that like he had that choice.
Mhm.
You know, it's just like I want to go to Iowa. I can't go to Iowa, so I'll go to Arizona. But it didn't punctuate the idea that like he's fighting for this thing. It just kind of moved on to the next scene. It wasn't like the last wrestling match. That's when you kind of felt the tension of like, oh, like is he gonna beat this guy? Like you kind of felt the emotion in that, which I didn't really feel that. There was parts where I felt the emotion, but then other parts where I kind of just felt like it moved from one thing to the next. And that's the part where I was like, oh, it kind of feels like a Lifetime movie in those moments.
Well, you got to also like. So I watched an interview as we talked before we hit record with Jarrell, the actor, and he said the movie first got greenlit 6 years ago, and then he trained for a year, and then they were going to start shooting. Pandemic hit, and then after the pandemic came back, he started training again with actually Anthony Robles. That was his trainer, his person, the one that gets you into character. And then the strike hit, and then after the strike, there was a studio delay. And then, like, I would assume that they probably had so many different versions of this script written, or like even because it's weird. It's weird when you make an autobiographical film when the subject is still alive. Because that and he
Antoine
was
Fisher, Chris.
And it's official adult movie. I don't care what you say.
Listen,
It was.
no, but it was written by Antoine Fisher. So you
So
worried
fuck
about
you, what?
so you worried about all the exaggeration here, but you don't think Antoine Fisher exaggerated his own story?
Look, I don't know because I know people that have been through that type of shit.
I don't know.
If you went to church on Sunday, you got to get the Holy Ghost, whether you believe in it or not.
No, but I'm saying if I write the movie, I'm gonna write that I got the greatest Holy Ghost. So,
I'll be like, I rose in the air and the Holy Ghost accepted me as his, like.
Oh man!
But-
Chris, what did you think about like the way this movie was told?
Like I said, I like the movie. But like I said, I just felt like not saying that there was no realness to it because obviously it's based on a real person's life.
Yeah.
It just seemed more like a movie, not like you said with Pain and Gain. Pain and Gain was a movie, but they actually show like the real. Even though they did in this, they showed the footage of the real people that did the crime. Like you said, them actually grilling the hands and everything.
Yeah.
No shit like that. Like I just felt like this was his story, but I'm not making no sense. I know I'm not.
Well, I mean, because at the end of the movie, when they start showing all the awards and stuff like that, it shows the thing, but then it shows the actual, like his actual awards, and it's actually real Anthony Robles on the wall,
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. It doesn't really, it treats it like you're telling a story versus like, oh, this is highlighting the things that happened in there. Did you think it was a documentary? Do you think J-Lo was just playing his mom in a documentary?
Nah, J-Lo wanted to check. Her and Ben Affleck going through shit.
Well, him and Matt Damon produced it.
Look, better. How come every time we see one of these two in a movie, they go through some shit? Remember the last movie we saw with Ben Affleck? It was like Jennifer Lopez came back. She said, "Oh, I need a movie for this. I need some money." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fucking Air.
Whatever that shit was. No, before Air, but I don't know. We talked
This
about
might have, you know, speaking of Air, this might have been part of a Prime deal where they
Okay,
developed these movies
speaking of-
for Prime.
Speaking of real quick, let's talk about Air. Air was based on Michael Jordan's story, or the sneaker, not even his story.
Yeah.
But that speech when he gave about the shoe, that shit felt real.
Yeah.
The whole Mercedes, we know that shit was real. You know what I'm saying? That if you look at those two movies, they were just, in my opinion, one was so better than the other.
I'll agree with that. I think Air was written better to where like it kind of had those moments that like punctuate. Like I said, there's moments in there where like, you know, when Matt Damon's making that speech about, you know, it's not the shoe, it's the person in the shoe kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't really a moment like that in this movie. I don't think.
Like,
Go ahead, Marcus.
like you said, like his biggest struggle in this entire situation, at least the way that they highlighted on screen, because we didn't really get to see much off screen, is his personal life. Like this man was locked in. Like he never really struggled. Like I think the biggest struggle that he had was going up that mountain. Outside of that, like he was like mopping the floor with everybody. Like you know what I mean?
Well,
and
I
then
mean,
like
my man showed up 2 hours early, so he got a head start going up that mountain.
Yeah, but I mean, even if that was true and everything else, I mean, now granted, this is back in 2011. I mean, they still had camera photos and shit like that, but even that should have been somewhere in the or not
Or
documentary.
like at the end of the movie, maybe have like, you know, clips,
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Which I know is probably at that moment who's carrying the camera around, takes pictures of some bloody hands and shit.
Yeah.
like
But
did
But his
you
hands was
guys-
full. Anyways, my man had crutches.
like
All right,
But, like, okay.
So you brought this up earlier, and I want to highlight this. One of the key elements of this movie is his relationship with his stepdad, because there's a moment in the movie where, you know, he's little, and when when Jennifer Lopez walks away, I think she was playing like gambling or something, doing something, but he turned around, he goes, "Yeah, you know you're not my kid, right?
oh,
he's
in
mine.
the car.
Yeah, he's mine. You not. I just want you old enough to know that now. You should
Yeah.
be lucky that you got someone to watch over.
you know, as
That was in the
crazy
car. Yeah.
as crazy as that moment is, I could definitely believe that happened literally shot by shot, because you know some stepdads are the worst. Thank God I've never had to deal with it, like having a stepdad, but like I was like, oh.
But the one reason why I brought it up was because the stepdad had a specific style of parenting, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
And while I maybe don't agree with his approach, he was saying some real shit.
I mean, yeah, but as a stepdad myself, and I've lived through it. There's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Chris, there's a
But
time and
look-
place for everything.
Look, even I know, like I've never said this. I think if I have, Lord forgive me, I don't think I have. But, like, you're not my daddy. Like I know his bitch ass didn't want you, so you stuck with me.
He's saying this. The kid, if he turned the camera around, his kid is like sitting in the room looking at him. And he's like,
Yeah,
wait,
like, Dad, I remember that.
Oh man. But
No,
nah,
but-
as a person that lived through everything else, there's a time and place for everything. Like I don't think that conversation should have happened. Like, you know, you're not my kid. That kid know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I found out my dad was my real dad, I was what, 13 years old?
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck? You know? The
Well,
shit.
what I'm saying is some of the lessons he was trying to teach about, you know, like, you know, sometimes like I work to put food on the table. Like, you know, sometimes you got this free ride coming, like maybe chase after it to help out your family or stuff like that. Like, I don't agree with it. And I think one of the biggest parts about parenting is learning how to communicate with your kids. Clearly he, you know, communicated with Anthony differently than he did his own kids. But like, you know, part of it is, you know, in the communication skills, like you got to figure out how to teach those lessons. But that doesn't mean the lesson that he was trying to teach wasn't, you know, for real.
I'm not gonna lie. When he spurned the free ride, I would have been like, "Yo, what is wrong with you, dog?" Like, hey, it's all about the bird in the hand, baby. Like, you know, that's two in the bush. Like, you can't, like, it's there. You like you already worked hard. Like, he chose the road that
Less
had the
traveled.
most resist that was less traveled, and it was like, okay. And also, I know you could tell that he had a lot of input or some input in the script because I know this was a feel good movie, but I know there had to be some asshole. It was like, bro, I ain't wrestling him. He got one leg, dog.
Yeah.
One time,
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh, he ain't got a leg. That's cool. Like,
Yeah. The most harshest thing I think was said, which I know was true because I read it, was when his mom was in the stands with Jennifer Lopez character, and the girls are talking about him. She was like, "That's my son out there." Like I actually know, like I read that happened. I remember reading that in the paper somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
That-
that was the
that- to
hardest
me-
thing I
but
heard.
here's the thing. To me, that seemed set up. Like if I had to point to a point in the movie where I thought that he added some shit for some theatrical, like, oh, they had to give J-Lo something, so they put that in there. So
yeah.
you know,
But I'm glad you were on it, and now we know it's legit. But like, there
speaking
was
of legit, what
character-
y'all drinking?
Oh, you you already know.
Hey man, Anthony got one cheek. You got
What?
What?
you got one cheek. You can't be bringing out the cheek juice for him.
Oh man, you know what? Oh, this was so fucking weird. Like imagine fucking with one leg. Like that's gotta be some good sex. You ain't got your
Yo.
other leg. You ain't got your other leg in the way. All you
Let
got is straight pussy,
Let
and
me.
you just gotta post up on one leg and to make it happen.
You got to hit him with the angle, baby.
For real.
Oh,
And then if you do it right, and the girl run around like, "Yo, he do got 2 legs, and you in there for the rest of your life."
But all jokes aside, let me tell you how absent-minded I am. Like halfway through the movie, I'm like, my wife looks at me like, "Yo, what's wrong?" I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Trying to figure out he's driving. She was like, "It's his left leg that's gone," and I was like, "Oh."
No, but you can use, bro. You can move your left leg. He got one leg. He got a leg.
He had his right
Yeah.
leg, which is a lot easier. Like that's the leg you use all the time.
No. That leg is the leg he uses all the time, bro. That motherfucker kicks, climbs. He climbed a whole mountain. You thinking you worried about him driving?
For real, those toes are working pretty damn well.
No, but he was driving like crazy though, and I was like, "Oh, okay, ain't nobody." Because and then there were certain things that I get boggled on in my old age with stuff that I don't understand. Like, how is his family traveling to other states for these meets when they're like about to go homeless? Like,
Well,
was
they didn't know
school
that.
paid?
They didn't know that till later.
Yeah. I mean, like
But
they
you
were
could tell-
struggling. They made enough money to get by, but then dude left with all the money. Or did some shit with the money, and that's what really put them behind. It wasn't the fact that they didn't make enough; it's just that they didn't have enough to really catch back up.
That
You got a
guy.
Coke Zero?
No, it's a Athletic Brewing, bro.
Oh yeah, these orange drinks.
Is that the one that this guy Spider-Man makes? What's his
No,
name?
that's Bureau. I actually sent Chris some of that.
That's actually pretty good. Like for not alcoholic beer, that actually surprised me.
He didn't send me none. God,
You wasn't part of the
no.
podcast then, bro.
All you
okay.
want
All
is
you
cheap
get is
juice.
Maltas.
You put the egg in it too.
That was a good one. Yo, you almost had me. I was about to spit on my equipment. Okay.
Shit. So
Shit
I mean,
out.
okay. So where do you put this movie against a lot of the other? Wait, what you, Chris?
No. Honestly, I got some mineral water with some apple juice.
But what was in the cup?
Apple juice and mineral
Get
water.
out of here! Get out of here! That ain't apple
okay.
juice.
Go ahead, drink it all.
Gonna get some cheeks after this.
Chug it. No, chug it. It's apple juice, right?
No,
Chug
it's
it.
apple juice mixed with mineral water.
Well, chug it then.
No, but he ain't trying to waste his apple juice. It's probably the
Okay,
only
all
one he
right,
got
we
for the
believe
week.
you. I thought it was some
I
yak
could
or
drink.
something.
Oh nah, trust me, if it was my drink, I would advertise that shit.
Yeah.
I don't hold back on the Jack Daniel.
But no, so okay, so where do you put this movie up against a lot of the other, underdog stories? Because especially from our age, we got like Mighty Ducks, Rocky. You got I don't know, Bad News Bears, stuff
Well,
like
I
Hardball.
consider what's it called? Remember the Titans. That to me was like if you're gonna retell a story, like an athletic story that you want people to buy in and everything, and I consider them the underdogs because they were the first school to get integrated on that level in that area of the country. So I like this pales in comparison to that. Rocky is an amazing movie. I don't put him at the same category as like Bad News Bears or Mighty Ducks because those are feel good movies. I feel like I felt the struggle. That there was an emotional base. The cast was amazing. Everybody did their job, but I think the script ultimately failed them. That is stopping this movie from being excellent. It's a good movie. It was a great watch. We saw the whole way through, and I wasn't bored and I was engaged. But had more to do with the character work and the determination that Anthony had. That Jarrell Jerome brought through in the character. Like, it was discipline. Like, this man had a goal. Like, I think if anybody was that focused in their life, everybody would succeed. But
Chris, what would you add to this movie to take it to the next level?
more Jennifer Lopez ass.
Yeah, they could have showed it in the underwear, so the cool little booty shot. Look, I'm just saying, what did we see? Valentine's Day. Even Jennifer Gardner had a half a second of a booty shot. We both saw it. Like, yo, you saw the ass in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Marco, you weren't there for that. That movie Valentine's Day. That was.
I've seen that movie. I've seen that, and
Look,
what is it, New Year's Eve or whatever?
I swear she had a half a second of booty showing, but everybody saw it. It was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
I mean, yeah.
If
a little more Jennifer Lopez, but what do you think? Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say that more Jennifer Lopez. I'm talking shit. I guess add a more real feel to it, more relatable, if that makes sense.
Clarify.
Well, I'm just gonna think because when he brought up Remember the Titans, I think that's a great movie. Like I didn't even realize Disney made it until I saw it on Disney Plus. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the movie was that good and it was made with humans, not cartoons. You know what I'm saying? But that's something everybody relates to. Racism. Everybody has witnessed it at least one time in their life. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those movies that honestly I don't even think Remember the Titans had a big budget. Like, it's the relationships. You got to make people care about the characters that you're developing so they can care about the story.
Yeah.
Like, every person in Remember the Titans, I loved in their role, and you understood what they brought to the film, from the quarterback that came from California that was like, yo, let him through. To the main two characters that were the team captains. To the crappy dude that was racist, to the girl. Everybody grew in that movie, and you cared enough about them that you enjoyed it. It wasn't like a movie where Denzel was just being Denzel. This is all right, okay. It was before Denzel became Denzel in every single movie. He was actually playing a character.
Look, one of the best speeches in that movie, you make sure they remember forever.
Yeah.
Like they played the Titans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think in this film, I think one of the things they would have benefited it was again, I think maybe they leaned on the idea that because he had one leg, the audience would connect with his struggle. But I think like you kind of just accepted it within the movie because he was so good that you kind of just accepted that he had one leg. So they need to do a better job of building up that struggle. And like you pointed out before, it's like it kind of just took place. You didn't really see a lot of that, coming from the other side of that, the people that are kind of the pushback. The people who might be uncomfortable wrestling a guy with one leg, the guys who might be looking down on him a little more. Other than the two girls in the crowd, no one really looked down on him for just being in a space that they would deem is their spot.
Like even like you're talking about make it better, even if they go through not even like his full childhood, but going through some situations where he reflects on back and being third grade, sixth grade, eighth grade, whatever, and getting cracked on because he got one leg. Because he said in the movie, "I used to wrestle because I was so angry." What are you angry at?
Yeah, I didn't see anything in there. I didn't see anything in there to exemplify that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And he never really struggled. Yeah, I know he struggled emotionally, but I felt like most of the issues that he had was he was a poor Hispanic kid in a house that was overcrowded and a mom that worked at Target. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like poverty was his struggle.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a collegiate wrestler, he really had, like, there was times that that I thought that something was going to happen. Like, when he lost to the guy, when he kept looking at his stepdad, I thought that was going to turn into a violent issue where the cops were called, then he got kicked off the team, and then he had to earn his way back. But it was like, nah, what's it called? Don Cheadle was like, all right, brother. And for a person that when you first meet him, he's such a hard ass, he immediately is on this man's side.
Yeah.
Immediately. He was like, oh, that's my guy. Like, you know what I mean?
And another thing is when they take away the wrestling program at Arizona State, and you know, and he made it sound like wrestling was his whole world and stuff like that, but you didn't really get the sense of like what he lost if he didn't have wrestling. You know, it's just kind of he didn't have it for a second, and then as you know, oh, some alumni want to bring it back, and then everybody put their coin in so that you could be on the team, but you never got a sense that maybe they wouldn't do that.
Like, I would have liked it to be more that, like, and first of all, the side character, the dude who I always remember him as the uncle from ATL, he was the man in this movie. I love him.
Okay.
I love that. That's my guy.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like I wish they would have shown when he
That's
had
Bubba
that
from
whole
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
if they would have shown like he had no.
That's
no,
where I remembered him from. I saw his face and I was like, he looked like fucking Day Day's dad in Next Friday, but it wasn't.
That's Bubba.
Yeah, it's Bubba, but like I wish they would have showed what he did during that year. Like, yeah, he worked out, but I wish there would have been like something with his stepdad, like, yo, you're not wrestling, so you need to work more hours, like, him contributing.
Yeah.
And it's like I know the dad made a whole big speech about like, how about you take the free ride or you work so you can help us out. But they never really showed it outside of the mortgage. Like, it wasn't like, oh, like show Jennifer Lopez. It'd be like, oh, you guys are having this. I already ate before work and stuff. And then like, the whole thing of
a little bit of that extra. Hey man, like we can't afford, all the good, groceries this week or something like that.
Yeah, and or like I kept thinking that the reason he had the same set of crutches was because they were poor. No, Anthony Robles had the same set of crutches throughout his career, because I went back and looked at it and I was just like, yo, those must hurt his armpits, because at a certain point they put at least a towel or something. My man was raw dogging those crutches. like, but the one thing I was telling I was telling Sarat that I was like, holy shit, that they talked about it like 20 minutes in the movie, like towards the end, like there was only 20 minutes left, when the one announcer was like, hey, so he's wrestling, what is it, at 125? He's like, he's missing a whole leg. Like, how come he's not wrestling with prosthetic? Because I was like, yo, he is 125 additional. If you add the leg, he would have probably been wrestling at 160, 175. Like,
Listen, but he lost the weight. I mean, I don't know. He just lost it naturally.
Like, yo, my man was like, I don't know. There's a YouTube match where he's fighting one of the guys that are
wrestling. He's not fighting. He's wrestling.
He's wrestling one of
on the sport.
Okay.
No, your wrestling's totally different.
I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying, you can't be like he's fighting,
Well, he's wrestling.
There you go.
One of the guys along the way to winning the championship, and the guy is taller, but he is so much more brolic than this kid that he's wrestling, and he's like stalking him, like, because Anthony Robles himself was the one that did most of the wrestling.
Yeah.
In the movie. Like,
oh really? He did?
Yeah, that's why.
That's why
he
there were
looked
certain
mad
scenes where,
big.
like, clearly the dude was more jacked than the dude playing them.
And Anthony has been the same size now, and apparently he still works out and like has clinics. And I'm like, yo, this man is still stretching people out.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and this I noticed at the end of the movie when I was paying attention to everything going on. This man, rose to national fame wrestling with one leg, and he added to all these different things and all these awards, and then now he's just coaching high school wrestling. Like, don't you think someone like that should progress? Like, maybe should progress to something like grand. Like, I know he doesn't. He's like an analyst, but that's about it.
His mom ended up working for the school, which I thought he would have been a better wrestling coach. That would have been a better story if he would have became the Arizona State wrestling coach.
Yeah.
But no, his mom ended up getting like a real good job at Arizona State.
I mean, but let's be real here. The dude had a whole, I'm going to say, contract with Obama. Nike gave him a deal after. He's an analyst on ESPN during wrestling season. I mean, he's like Forrest Gump. I cut that grass for free. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, and also, you know what it reminds me of oh my God, John. Dr.
He just
Napolitano.
dropped his M&Ms.
No. I was checking my phone. There was a photographer called George Napolitano. You should know him. He's in your business industry, Hall of Fame photographer for wrestling. Well, he was my science teacher. And then I was just like, I remember when he started giving me magazines and stuff, he's like, "Oh, I shot that." And I was like, "What?" And then, when the internet came, I was like, "Holy shit, this guy is a legend." So I found out that teaching middle school science was his hobby. Like, this is what he wanted to do. But he was out on the road, like he knew Vince personally and all this stuff. And I'm like,
All right. So if that's the case for both of y'all, if y'all rose to the heights that Anthony Robles rose to, and then you done did what you did, whatever, get all these awards. Now you can just live your life. What's a job you doing just for fun?
for fun?
You know me. I'm stripping, baby. Take me to.
So you paying people to come see you?
No, he's making chicken strips. He's making chicken strips.
No, I'm going straight to. Look,
Streaming car radios?
No, one of them girls gonna want bragging rights. So they fuck the one-legged dude. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I'm just saying.
are you talking about if we were Anthony or?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about you now. If you now, Chris Brown, 2025.
Oh, I thought you if I was okay. I thought you was Anthony.
Nah,
Oh,
if
shit.
he was one-legged, Chris would be like, yo, I mean, he gonna be the first Las Vegas showgirl.
Like hopping.
Oh God.
Every time he kept jumping, I kept thinking of that Cat Williams, like, "Oh, tink tink."
Poor little Tink Tink.
I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
no!"
So, all right, so what job you
man.
doing? If you can just, if you've achieved all you wanted in life, now you're just chilling, but you kind of want to just something as a hobby. What would it be?
As crazy as it sounds, probably a motivational speaker.
Okay. What kind? At schools or like ticketed events?
Strip clubs.
You got to swing with all your might.
Hey, ladies, y'all don't belong here. You guys are better than this. But first, meet me in the back, and then you go out and fulfill your dreams. No.
Well, I fulfill mine. Like what?
Oh man,
Marcus will walk in and be, Mr. Cheeks is here.
I'm talking lights, camera, action. Have you seen them? Sorry, Miss Jackson. Oh man,
What about you, Marcos? What
I
job
thought about
you
this
doing?
a lot. I would still keep my job.
You
but
still gonna work IT?
I would still work IT. However, with one huge
Not
caveat.
even Asian.
On the days that I don't feel like going to work, I have a contracted guy that goes in and just mildly looks like me. It'll just be crude, like he'll be like you said, an Asian. It'll be like an Asian guy with a beard and some cornrows and glasses.
But Asians can't grow beards, bro.
Well,
It's gonna look real stringy.
It'll be
Like
it'll
pubes
be on
just
some
hanging.
like fake shit.
oh
Outta
man.
here.
Use Chris's black spray to make it thicker.
I ain't got no black spray, but you know
Like
what?
I talked to my manager about that because we were talking about Mega Millions, and I was like, "Yo, I wouldn't quit," but I was like, "You're telling me that if I donated a building to the hospital that I work at, they're not going to let me bring a contract? They'll follow all the rules, but it won't be me. It'd be like, oh, it's Marco's representative today, like sitting in meetings.
No, bro. If you got a job here, you better show up. I don't care how much money you make.
Nah, bro. Like I'll put. Honestly, I'll probably travel, but knowing me, I'll probably end up doing something basic. I'll probably end up going to work because when I go on vacation,
Well, that's the point. That's the point of the question. I'm saying you're gonna work, but what's this job you're gonna do just as a hobby? You saying IT work? That's the most, man, bro. You more Asian than me right now.
You know what? I'll be your assistant, Sarat. I'll just be like, yo, teach me how to.
How
sew,
you know?
bro.
I ain't. If I was rich, would you think I'd be making tights?
But you talking about in our personal scenario?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if in my life, if I'm the rich one, I'll be like, yo, Sarat, like I'm gonna pay your salary.
Like,
So
nah,
you're gonna
bro.
get double your salary.
I don't trust Dominicans sewing. you never heard of a Dominican sweatshop before?
Honestly, all jokes aside, I'll probably be doing what we're doing now. I will podcast full time. Like I like this.
Bro, I'd work at. I'd open up my own burger shop.
Really?
Bro,
When
open
you
a burger
work it,
shop.
when you manned it, like Bob's Burgers, like yourself.
Hell yeah. But
Not
only
like open.
It only be open 2 days a week.
Damn.
That's it.
What days?
With Chinese New Year and
No, 2 days a week, not 2 days out the year.
shit.
2 days a week, but like which days? Would it be the weekends or would it be like a Tuesday and like a Wednesday?
I'd probably be like a Thursday and Friday.
Would it be rotating or you just keep those static days?
Probably those static days, and then it'd be really limited. You may have like 3 burgers. That's it. Everybody, I tell people that I would do a ramen shop, but if I had a ramen shop, I'd have it open all the time. But a burger shop, yeah, just 2 days a week. That's a labor of love.
Would you work it, or you have a staff that you pay?
Of course,
for the
I'd
other
work it.
days?
Well, if it's a labor of love, you think I'm gonna hire someone else to do my labor of love?
Look,
But like, so I feel like this is gonna be like, I don't know about y'all, but my mom sometimes she'll go in the house and be like, I'll be like, Mom, what are you making for dinner? She'll just open the fridge. She'll be like, all right, this is what we're gonna have.
Oh yeah,
Like, I
Chris
feel like
knows all
that'll
about
be
it. That's what Chris does.
yeah,
that'll be your burger shop. Like, yo, what's the menu today? I don't know. Let me see.
So I don't know. So if I had a burger shop where like I only had like a couple things on the menu, like I would just try to make those things the best I can.
All right, let's break this down. Would you be making your own buns?
You getting real nuanced about food, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean,
Like,
you
I have a
probably
buddy
got a
of mine.
burger head in that beard.
I got a buddy of mine that we talk about stupid shit like this, and he's actually really good at stuff like that. He's the type of guy that he'll be like, "Yo, we're grilling burgers," and then you get to the house and he's like, "Oh, where these buns come from?" You're like, "Oh, I made them." Like he makes his own buns. He like makes his
You
own.
can make your
butter.
own cheeks.
This guy. And then
imagine a butt cheek burger.
Jesus, did you just come out as a cannibal right now?
So you got 2 buns that look like real buns for real.
Yeah, and just because the butt cheek don't mean it's human.
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't eat something like that. Like,
Come on, you do. You ever had a hot dog?
That took a-
No, I'm just saying it's a cylinder. It's your butt cheek burger, but a cylinder.
Nah, I'm good.
that just took it to a whole different level.
You ever had a glizzy?
Oh God.
No, but like
Oh shit.
I don't know. I the idea of just dedicating your life to just something like not, and it's not mundane because you're finding the
nuance,
love and everything in the nuance of this endeavor that you're going against. Like, you ever seen ramen heads?
I've seen people that like just make the ramen and all that stuff, and
Well,
it's like,
in ramen heads, it's about this dude, Tomita, out in Japan, and like he has a shop where they only do like one type of ramen, and he works 5 days a week, and like he's there from open to close, and they make their own noodles and all that stuff, and it's all about just making this one ramen the best it can be. I mean, that's a cool endeavor. Just
I understand. Like, I don't know if I have the discipline for that. Like I saw a guy, like I was watching this video on YouTube about making Japanese denim, and the guy that like he takes like the thread and he puts them in, like, instead of the synthetic dye, he uses like this plant, and that's all he does. He just 12 hours a day doing this, and they're like, "Why you do this?" He was like, "It's like this is what I love to do. My dad did this, my grandfather did this." And he's like, "Yeah, but like you sell them, you could be making some money." He's like, I'm happy what I do. He does it 5 days a week, and then he's off, and then he comes in, and it's like this little shop, and like he said, people always try to come in and be like, "Come on, let's get more people." He's like, "No, I do it my way, and that's how I want to do it." Like, I get that. That is dope.
What about you, Chris? You got anything like that? Chicken wings?
I'm still stuck on butt cheek burger.
I was about to say the butt cheek buns.
Because my mind's whispered differently. What if you had a whole food restaurant that was based off sex? Like, if women wanted a hot dog look like a penis, men want a burger. You know how when a girl bent over, she had her vagina showing up from the back? That's what the burger looked like. You know what I'm saying?
Let me the tacos.
Yo, my man really thought about it. Like,
no, my whole brain was gone for like the last 2 minutes since I was talking. Like, wait a minute, a sexual based burger joint. That shit would be probably kind of dope.
Yeah, but
we would walk around in lingerie. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Hooters. You know what I'm saying?
You said women would walk around in lingerie?
They're serving the tables and everything.
What you gonna call it? Chalupas?
Then you'll have then you'll have that situation again, like the dude with the coffee shop. I don't know, man. Like, we can't add sex to everything. Sex is amazing, but you know.
What do with a coffee shop? What you talking about?
I was gonna say, yeah, you lost with that one.
You hear about the coffee shop where they serve you in bikinis? And
no,
old boy,
I ain't no pervert like you.
No, it's in Arizona. This was on national news. It was a guy. this guy
Yeah,
basically there's a concept coffee shop. I think there's like 3 of them
Mhm.
owned by the same company where the women serve you in like bikinis. It's in Arizona, so there's always hot weather all the time.
Mhm.
And apparently some dude rolled up with his salami out and they recorded it. They recorded it, and oh boy sped off. Like he was out there,
Oh, okay.
massaging the salami, and then he committed
Yeah.
suicide.
I heard about that, but I thought he was at a McDonald's. I thought he just rolled up to McDonald's with his, old Johnson butter sticking out. It was-
Nah, it was a
Oh, gosh.
specific coffee shop, and me and Rand were talking about it because it happened in Arizona. Because somebody asked him about, like, yo, how crazy was that? And then he pointed out, he was like, yo, so this is not the first time the guy's done that. It was the first time that one of the waitresses actually caught him on camera. Like they recognized his car when he was on the drive-through line,
goddamn.
and they were like, yo, this guy's gonna do this. And they were trying to just humiliate him. And then what happened was, they went too hard because that shit went viral, like viral. And the guy's face, like there was no denying it was him. Car, license plate,
Okay,
everything.
but what is serving? What does the bikinis have to do with serving coffee? If the coffee is trash, I ain't going.
But the thing is, like the guy was obviously going for the scantily clad women, and I think, although that wasn't their intention, I feel like that brings out the worst in people. Like if you
I
have
mean, that wasn't
people
their intention. There used to be a spot here in Orlando called Baywash. It's across the street from Full Sail, but it's a bikini car wash.
Yeah.
And they had girls in red bikinis doing a car wash, like something like that. Like it's clearly about the girls in the bikini, just the car wash is the thing you get after. So I feel like in that sense, yeah, you're talking about it's not about it is.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You can't like
coffee.
Who goes to Hooters really for the wings?
I mean,
Here,
I want
I
the
go
women.
for the-
I want
I go
that
for the-
fucking. I want that garlic parmesan.
I mean, I want the food, but I want to see the scenery too.
But like you know what I mean? But I feel like you having women in lingerie invites all kind of surliness.
Well, no,
To
it's
your
gonna be.
establishment,
Well, no,
like-
I have dudes there chipping their outfits too. Got to feed both sexes.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Have different menus.
It's like, hey bro, that's not your menu. It's like when you go to other countries.
Oh no! Imagine gays in right now. Ooh,
Oh.
give me the mail menu. Like, whoa, God! All right,
Hey, how do we go from talking about a one-legged wrestler?
I don't know. But anyway, Anthony Robles is a national hero.
Yeah, like stories like this, like it shows that again through whatever trials and tribulations are put in front of you, you can rise up and make it past a lot of things. I think watching these kind of movies makes you feel like it's happens more often than it actually does. Like sometimes I think when you have all these underdog stories out there, you don't really realize not how far-fetched, but like how rare that is.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's another one that came out around the same time called I think The Fire Inside, about the boxer, the Olympic boxer. It's kind of like she's not missing a leg or nothing, but she coming out the mud. Like, you know what I mean?
That's that
like,
new one that's coming out.
Yeah, it's out.
About Clarissa Thomas?
Yeah.
You should know about her.
Nah, I've seen the trailer. I didn't know the movie came out already.
I don't think it's out yet.
It's out. It's officially out.
When? And when did it come out?
Well, it's on what is it, Rent to Buy or whatever thing.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
So, spoiler, we might do that.
Is there another sport out there that they haven't made an underdog story that you guys would be curious about?
That they haven't made?
Because we've seen baseball. We've seen, so many baseball ones.
Football, we've seen that.
Now wrestling, swimming. Like, what's next? What's the next sport?
I
ping
would
pong
say,
player?
Volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
no, we've seen volleyball.
Where?
We have?
Yeah, that's
We're not talking about the Olympics.
Oh, I'm talking about not volleyball. Sorry, that was dodgeball.
Come on, bro. He don't know his sport.
Oh gosh.
I don't know, but like honestly, I would love and this is gonna sound highly stupid. I would love to see like a judo, jujitsu, or like a karate, like you know what I mean, like
I mean,
Like,
they've seen fucking Karate Kid, bro.
no, but like
Yeah.
something that's actually based on a true story. Like,
Oh, you ever
like,
seen Best of the Best?
that's not a true.
Hey,
It's
come on,
amazing.
man.
I've seen
Listen,
all of them. Even
when you have to pop his shoulder back in order to keep the points. Come on,
yeah, that's
I never heard of
that's
it.
that's not
because
that's not
you never
that's
seen Best of the
cinema
Best.
right there.
Mm-mm.
You've never
Come
seen. Oh
on.
my god! Guess that's gonna have to be a movie we gotta do.
I own that movie, bro.
I got it too.
Come
I
on,
ain't even ever heard of it. When did it come out?
Oh my god! With Tommy,
1992, some
he
shit.
never the
1992.
man with
Yeah.
the patch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eric
no, it was like
Roberts,
89.
Tommy
It was like
Lee.
89.
Fucking what's his name? Daehan.
Yeah.
Daehan was the fucking villain, motherfucker.
Oh, nah, shit. No. Okay.
I'm gonna have to send this to you. I'm gonna have to like figure out how to send a link and send it to you, bro. That shit is.
So I could probably
take
find
it.
it.
I'll send it to you. But yeah, but the first one is good. The other ones, they just like it's
Yeah,
like,
next thing you know, he was
it's like they're
fighting
driving
racists.
along, and then they're like, "Let's go
Yeah.
left."
By the third one, he was fighting like white supremacists.
There was like
Ugh.
the cowboy guy got killed like in a casino. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, what the hell is going on?
I would love to actually see a volleyball one. You guys ever watch like collegiate or Olympic volleyball?
Summer Olympics. Come on now. That's all they show on TV is women's volleyball.
No. I'm not talking. Bro, I get it.
No,
But
I'm saying
have you
no.
ever
That's
paid attention?
true.
Yeah, but
That-
if you watch like the actual, like if you put that shit in the middle of the stage with an arena around,
Mhm.
bro, that shit would fucking go crazy. It's just a
I-
presentation.
I used to play. I mean, volleyball's fun to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love
but-
volleyball. I was the captain of the team.
Your short ass.
Yeah, bro. It's what you call a Trojan horse. He snuck in and then took him out.
He was a back row bumper. He could have been in the front. He had no hops to block.
I think you should start off slow and watch like the volleyball anime movie. Like
If you
something
watch that,
dramatic.
because them volleyball anime ones, they be going a little too hard on the innuendos. Like, all right, final thoughts on Unstoppable.
Oh man,
Chris, you go
I
first.
guess I picked this up. Yeah. Like I said, I thought it was a good movie.
Oh, first of all, why you dressed like Jonathan Majors in the Last Black Man in San
shit.
Francisco? You look just like him.
you see that nigga's nose?
Yeah, look at yours too.
My nose ain't that big.
Hell no, bro. You taking all the air, bro. You
That's that's the Jewish side of me.
Oh God!
Oh man. Oh
like
shit.
that
You know
Mario.
what? No, edit that out. Dave Chappelle said you never say the Jews in the same sentence. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. No, you know what? This is my blue Chicago jean jacket. It's cold in here. Oh
Nah,
man.
this man does. I'm pulling
You look
up
like
the
Jonathan
picture
Majors.
now.
Huh?
You look
Like,
like
he
Jonathan
literally
Majors.
wears that fit all the time, bro.
Mhm.
No, this is my first time wearing a jean jacket though.
No,
No,
but
I
Jonathan
just-
Majors does. You
Oh.
look, you dressed like when he goes out to like and do stuff. That's the look. Gas man from Chicago. That's the look he's going.
Oh man.
So what'd you think about the movie?
Well, yeah, okay, so yeah, I think it was a good movie. Definitely a good watch for the family or even date night, whatever in the house. Yeah, I don't think you'd be upset about it. Like, I don't think anybody's not gonna not like the movie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
How about you, Marcos?
It's
hell is
Jonathan
that?
Major from
That's Jonathan-
Creed.
Yeah, that's Jonathan
you
Majors in
asshole.
Creed. You look just like
When he got out, he's like, "Hey,
What you
Scully
saying?
and everything,
What
bro."
you saying? All black people look alike? Well, it's a movie podcast. I got to pick a character. Shit. Next week will be Bruce Lee.
He's wearing another one with a red beard. Oh, my man got the greenish shit.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be Chris's next Halloween costume.
Oh man!
Wait, what's your Halloween costume? Convict number one.
God damn. All he
Oh,
got to
man.
do is tuck in a thermal in his jeans and hitch his jeans up real high.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the thermal one.
yo, you literally.
Yeah.
That's why this shit's so funny because this shit was not playing. I just threw this shit on. Oh shit!
Yeah, what'd you think of the movie, Marcos?
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it could have been better, but the acting, the cast was amazing. Everybody did their job. Bobby Cannavale made me want to punch him and stab him at the same time. J-Lo was good. It was kind of weird seeing her as a woman She always her characters. No. Oh, sorry. It was kind of weird seeing her as a woman that was beaten. Like most of her characters, she's like empowered and all this stuff.
I know what you mean. She was in that movie enough.
I mean, no, but at the end, she was crazy. Like, her doing stupid shit, like getting the tattoo, even though the guy obviously was playing you. You know what I mean? Like dumb shit like that.
Oh man.
Like,
I
they
want to know
kind
what
of
goes through your mind when you see J-Lo on a regular day. You're like, that's not a woman today. Not a woman today.
No, I think she's beautiful. She's a beautiful, very attractive adult woman. Or, I was going to say young lady, but she's 51. So
she's that old?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's old,
bro.
Oh man, I always play this joke. Oh, if you could pick 3 women from 3 different nationalities over 50, who would they be?
Pick her 3 times.
No, they gotta be different races. See, now she's over 50. See, Selma Hayek beat her, in my opinion.
Selma,
Sophia,
and her.
So.
Nah, they gotta be different races, dude. So you can't have 3 Spanish people.
Okay,
I'm going Dolly Parton, Angela Bassett, Selma Hayek. That's my 3.
Dolly Parton.
Bro. I didn't know if them titties are real.
Nah, I would go Pam Anderson. I would go the chick from the 90s that played Will Smith's girlfriend.
Nia Long?
Nia Long.
Okay.
And J-Lo or any one of the Hispanic women.
He said any one of them. He don't give a shit.
I'm doing Salma Hayek, Monica Bellucci, and Queen Latifah.
Oh shit.
I need dinner.
The only reason why I laugh at Queen Latifah.
Wait, but is Queen Latifah in character for set it off?
No, hell no. It's what's that? Bringing down the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Queen Latifah's on my radar, but I'm just laughing because just imagine Sarah's little short ass. She had to climb her leg. Like, you one tall mountain, I'm about to climb it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man,
I probably got to grapple.
You get props for that. You get props for that. Yeah, but hopefully you're not thinking Queen Latifah as what is the TV show that she's doing this after the
Equalizer?
Yeah, Equalizer. Walking with orthopedic shoes, chasing people down. Like stop it now.
No. If I met Queen Latifah in real life, she's getting the business.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Look. Okay, so I like this movie. I don't think it reinvents the wheel as far as underdog stories. So like I hate to say seen them all, but you kind of just know how it's going to be built up.
So what you're saying is that the script does not have any legs behind it?
Bro, first of all, it's a terrible joke. Accurate. But it's just
would that be a dad joke? Oh man,
it's a Papi joke for him.
Oh, okay.
But no, it's just it's not doing anything new. So like if it was on, I'd watch it. I probably have kids watch it, but it's not doing anything that we haven't seen before. So if there's a much more entertaining underdog movie that you like, it's probably a better choice. But it's a good movie. It's a good story.
However, the script wasn't the best, but it could have taken a couple more steps in the right direction.
Bro, you terrible. You terrible, man.
Terrible.
You're gonna go to hell.
Terrible.
You're gonna go to hell. And like, you ain't even in hell for the jokes. You in hell for the cheap juice.
What? Why do you guys assume this is cheap juice?
He gonna be Satan from South Park. Hey, Satan. Marcos.
I don't want to go to hell because I don't want to go to hell, and then he's gonna have cheap juice.
Saying we said that Marcos, why you always want to have sex?
Listen, FYI,
Satan.
people.
I just want to have sex. Now go get my cheek
this
juice.
This is Soda Stream, and this is Mio. Ain't no cheek juice. Ain't none of that. That's weird. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what's it implying.
Go get some cheeks.
Yeah, I swear. Did I see the clip? The camera. That's where I got it from. Just drinking some random ass shit on CNN.
Yeah,
talking about go get some cheeks. I don't know.
All right, well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Sarat, a.k.a. Makazi.
Jonathan Majors, y'all be cool.
Marcos, a.k.a. at the
Let me say, if they try to sue me, they're taking my name. Chris Brown, a.k.a. Ready for
He's making his comeback. He's starting off on the podcast.
He got the high cuff jeans. His cuff is about this.
Oh man.
But I ain't never seen Jonathan Majors wear Timbs, so that's the only spot where he loses it.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, all right, follow us on all socials if the socials haven't been banned or whatever. But yeah, catch us there. Weekly on Instagram and Twitter.
Hit the follow button.
Yeah, just hit the comment, follow, all that stuff.
It's a button. It's a fidget button. You got to hit the follow button.
Did you 3D print that?
Yes.
Come on.
I thought it was in hell there at first. I was like, seriously?
I want to see some. I want to see some 3D print. I want to see some 3D printed grills from you. That's what I want to see.
What? Like, I don't know if filament is toxic. I don't put this shit in my.
You only putting it on for 2 seconds just to show it off.
It can't be that bad. Wash with some alcohol.
Yeah.
But,
I thought he was about to pull some out.
No. But I see us podcasting in the future.
That's yeah. Lionel.
Thundercats,
bro.
Yeah, I know what it was. I was actually trying to see.
You're trying to see if you can put on a denim jacket.
If it extended.
Yeah, does it extend?
It does. But
oh shit!
Oh shit!
The Thundercats! Oh!
Right, we'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah. I'm a warrior.